Hey, you all, and good morning. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the great state of Florida. More specifically, Kissimmee, Florida. More specifically than that, I'm at the Green Point Hotel here in Kissimmee. This has been my home for the past 10 days. Now, I do like to share where I'm staying, of course. If I'm going to be at the same hotel for a while, I can't really share it until I'm gone. So for my safety's sake, to not cause any problems for the hotel. That may sound silly, but I've had issues with it in the past. I have to be quiet about where I'm actually staying. I wish I didn't have to, but these are the realities of putting yourself out on the internet. So the Green Point, I wasn't sure about. I got off Priceline. It's one of those things where you like play roulette and you pay before you know actually what hotel you're staying at. And they put me at the Green Point in Kissimmee. I was a little nervous at first because I'd never stayed here. I didn't know anything about it, but it ended up being really nice. Very clean, smells nice. My only problem, and this is not specifically Green Point, this is other hotels, is I actually got the price for incredibly cheap. I was so cheap I could hardly believe it. It was like, I think $45 a night. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm willing to stay at whatever hotel if it's that cheap. Of course, once you pay on Priceline, you realize there's also a resort fee, a $27 resort fee, which bumps it up to, what's that, put it at like 45 plus 27 is $70 something a night, which is still a really good deal, which is still absolutely a good deal. I find the whole resort fee thing to just be there to confuse you, just so they can advertise a cheaper hotel room and then charge you a little more later. Not all the hotels in Orlando charge a resort fee, but some of them do. So that's my only complaint here. Other than that, it's been a nice, delightful stay. No other complaints. Although I don't know if I've ever seen this before. On all the appliances, it says Green Point. It says Green Point on the TV, and it says Green Point on the microwave. It says Green Point on the safe, and it's a Green Point refrigerator. I've never seen that in another hotel, that they have all their appliances branded with their own hotel name. I mean, the room is a little smelly and messed up from me staying in it for a week and a half. And a week and a half for me, I was so excited because that is such a long time to stay in one place for me. To be anywhere, even up to a week, is crazy. So a week and a half here in Orlando. I had a great time going to the parks, going to Disney, going to Universal, doing some roadside stuff, being able to hang out with some friends in the area. It's been really, really delightful. Of course, been going full steam. Haven't really spent that much time in this hotel room, so because I've just been going, doing the amusement park thing. But in the past 2 years, I think the longest I've ever been in one place is 2 weeks. So a week and a half to be able to have my stuff at one spot is really kind of relaxing in its own way. But yeah, we got to be headed out of Florida today, going back up north. Me and Jen is coming down. We're gonna meet together in the middle today, and we got so much stuff going up. We've got Thanksgiving. We got going to one of Jen's friends is getting married. And then we're moving all Jen's stuff down to North Carolina in the middle of all this. So it's gonna be an adventure. If I miss a day or 2 or 3, if I'm not here, just know that I'm attending to stuff like that, attending to family, going to the wedding, getting packed. I'm gonna try to vlog most days, try to keep you guys posted what's going on with the move, with me, and maybe even visit some fun attractions in the meantime. But just be warned, I may be a little spotty in the next 2 weeks. Another thing that's a little different about this hotel is there's no key cards. You actually put in a code to let you in and out of your room, which I think is really convenient. Keeping up with the hotel keys can actually be a pain. I'm always worried about putting them in my wallet. You always hear that like your phone is going to deactivate them, and sometimes they just quit working, but this has been really nice, not having to carry the room key around all day. Now before we head out completely, I did want to peek into the lobby here. I did see something interesting here in the lobby of the Green Point. And I'm not 100% sure why, but here in the lobby, they have these recycled robots. See the face there? Is that there's an eyeball there? Is that, oh, is that part of a Beats headphone, I think? It's part of a Harley Davidson. Yeah, here it says recycling is very important. Greenpoint's robots are created with 100% recycled material by the owner of the hotel. Okay, so the owner of the hotel actually must be an artist that's created these robots. Yeah, look at this guy here. I do really like these. I love a good hotel full of robots. Down here, little recycled dog. There's a little game room over here. It's a foosball table. Foosball's pretty fun. So the little small arcade machines. And then check out this robot here. He's actually lit up. Oh, I like how his feet are vacuum cleaners. I wonder if a lot of the stuff to make these robots came from the hotel itself. See, his torso is like an old, larger TV there. So, hotel with robots. I do think that definitely suits me. And so, yeah, I like to hear a lot. And again, even though I hate the whole idea of charging resort fees, I think it just makes more sense to me. You take the price, you make it the price, and that's what you charge people. But besides that, I think I would definitely stay here again. So I'll put this on my list of places that are safe to stay in the Orlando area. But as I rolled up to the Greenpoint, the first night I got here, I knew I was in the right spot, because right next door we have the Giant Wizard. Now there's actually two of these Giant Wizard gift shops along the highway here in Kissimmee. See, he's got the magic sparkles there in one hand, his magic staff in the other, inviting us to enter the gift shop underneath his shaggy white beard. And of course, like any great Florida gift shop, you can pick up a gator head. So they come in the different sizes. I think I have two of the small gator heads. One day I think I would like to pick up a big one. A lot of the merchandise here does relate to the theme parks. Some Harry Potter stuff for Universal. You know the merch in the parks is fun, but it can be a little expensive. So you definitely understand why people would want to maybe find it a little more of a discount here in the shops here in Kissimmee. They're selling actual license plates. I guess these are used license plates here. Like the South Dakota has the Mount Rushmore on it. What is this is Tennessee. I don't know what building that is. Probably the Tennessee Capitol or something like that. If you know what that building is, leave a comment in the comment section. And then Utah, that big arch. I've been there. This arch here, it's not easy to get to. It's on top of like a mountain. You have to like walk up the side of a mountain to get to it. I saw it, but from a distance. And if you end up buying too much merchandise, you can always get a suitcase, extra suitcase to check on your flight back home. Notice that Grumpy is very popular on t-shirts when you go through the Disney parks. I think he is the patron saint of people who've been dragged there by their families. We have a Zoltan here, of course not to be confused with Zoltar, but you know what? He may not be a Zoltar, but we will still give him $1. Alright, I think this one we have to pick our sign here. I'm a Scorpio.
Once again, the greatness of the all-seeing Sultan is summoned. Behold.
Oh, he said it. Alright, there we go. And you can pause the screen if you want to read my fortune. Jen had asked me to pick her up some oranges while I was down here in Florida, and no better place to get the oranges at than here at the world's largest orange, also known as Orange World. I love the murals here along the side. Welcome to Florida, bring some home. Well, that's what I intend to do. See the Orange World right there. Then a muscular man handing his woman an orange. That will be me later when I see Jen. So right now they have navel oranges and pomelos. I just took a sample of each. The pomelo is really good. It's like a grapefruit, but it has like it's less sour grapefruit. Still kind of has that bitter aftertaste, but still pretty delicious. But yeah, I think we're gonna grab a bag of navel oranges for Jen. Now I did want to get some honey bells, because honey bells are really good, but they said the honey bells are not coming in until after Christmas. So I'm not gonna be here, sadly. Gonna miss out on this year's batch of honey bells. I believe that building up ahead is what they refer to as the I-4 eyesore. Stopped off in the town of DeBary, Florida, because I heard they actually had a fiberglass dinosaur in the middle of town, and I'm always excited to see a fiberglass dinosaur. So here he is, the DeBary dinosaur. As you can see, he's dressed up for Thanksgiving. I visited all the amusement parks in Central Florida, and a lot of them were already all decorated for Christmas. But the DeBary dinosaur, apparently he does not like to skip over Thanksgiving. So he is wearing his pilgrim gear here. He's got a cornucopia in his dinosaur clutches. So nice to see that he does celebrate Thanksgiving. Apparently they do dress him up for the different holidays, so he should be being transformed into a Christmas dinosaur before too long. I'm curious what he was dressed up for Halloween. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I need to start making regular trips out here to visit the DeBary dinosaur when I'm in town. Now, I don't know exactly where he came from. It looks like a lot of people say that maybe he was at a miniature golf course at some point. It says that he eventually wound up at a salvage yard. I think he was used by some local businesses and eventually ended up here at this local park. They have like a splash pad over there for the summer months. But yeah, the DeBary dinosaur proudly sitting over the town, looking out into traffic and celebrating Thanksgiving. Wonder what this dinosaur is thankful for. One thing I like to do as I'm leaving Central Florida, because I usually do come down to Florida in November to go to IAPA and to do some theme park stuff. But when I'm heading out of Florida, when I'm heading back north, I like to stop here at Blue Springs State Park. November is the time when manatees start showing up. I really love manatees. Of course, when you come to Florida, those are the things you want to do. You want to see an alligator, you want to see a manatee, you want to eat an orange. So yeah, I love coming up here, and I've gotten lucky sometimes seeing the manatees. Really, I usually don't film it actually. I just kind of stop here. It's kind of a tranquil, meditative experience being able to see the manatee in their natural habitat here. Again, I might be a little early this year. I know it's towards the end of November when things start getting chilly. They come inward to you know, to rivers and other inland bodies of water. But we're gonna go over there and we're gonna take a peek, and fingers crossed, maybe we'll see a manatee. I'm not seeing them right off the bat. I do see a lot of fish, maybe some gar there under the surface of the water. Oh, I do see some bubbles coming up. Just gotta be really careful and keep our eye open. Maybe we'll spot one. Sometimes you're trying to spot wildlife, the best thing to do is just look to see if you can see a crowd of people congregating. See people pointing out to the water or clustering in one area. Yeah, they might have spotted a manatee. Walk out to the end of this platform. See what we can see out in this direction. It is a beautiful, just a beautiful place. Really, even if we're unfortunate to not be able to see a manatee, it's just a absolute beautiful environment. That water is like crystal clear. You can pretty much see to the bottom. All right, I haven't seen a manatee yet, but look down there. There's a little armadillo poking around in the woods. Oh, where'd he go? It's actually funny. The first time I ever came out here was the same trip that I first went to Disney World. And it was me, my mom, my sister, my mom's husband at the time came out here. And I didn't realize that. I didn't realize this was where we came until I came here as an adult and kind of put everything together and realized that this was the spot we came to back then. But the thing I do remember the most is that that first visit here was the very first time I ever saw an armadillo in the wild. I remember coming out of the woods and just being like, a freaking armadillo, that's amazing. I don't think we saw any manatees on that trip though. Okay, we came over here to the actual spring. And I see one. Let's zoom in there. There is a manatee there. Looks like he's rooting around under that log. Can you guys see him? See his tail moving there? Oh, yes. Beautiful. Oh, there, you can see swimming there. Oh, I'm so happy. I was worried for a minute we weren't going to be able to see one. But look at that. Coming up for air. Oh yeah, take a little breath of air there. See, he's swimming out towards the middle of the spring, maybe. No, it looks like he's kind of hanging out under that log. Yeah, you can see the water coming up over here. This is the actual Blue Spring itself. The river's fed by this spring. See the water bubbling up and moving there. Let's check on our manatee there. Oh, he's moving around a little bit. I'm hoping he'll maybe like swim out in the middle and do some cool flips or something, but you know, manatee are kind of a low intensity animal, to be honest. Oh, is he gonna take another breath? Is he gonna come up and take a breath? There? Took a little, oh, I heard him. I don't know if you guys could hear him, but you can hear them take their snort of air there at the surface. Then he kind of sinks back down, relaxes on the bottom of the spring. And I don't know if you can see him as well from this angle. You come over here to the other side of the spring, and manatees right down there. Kind of make them out through the water. You can see the two white scratches on the back there, where they were hit by a boat propeller. Almost the majority of manatees have scars from boat propellers on their backs. Oh, you can see a little nose, poked his nose up there, take a little breath of air. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I could hear the breath. Take these deep breaths that you can hear when they get the surface. You can just sit here all day, just watch, just relax while watching the manatee relax. Yeah, as much as I love the theme parks, the high intensity vibe of the Central Florida area, this is usually my my happy place where I come afterwards and decompress. You know, I just like to kind of meditate out here, kind of just do some mindfulness. You know, watch the trees, the water, the manatees, if they're there. Just kind of feel the air, smell the smells, feel the wind, pay attention to the rustling of the leaves. Kind of puts me in a good place kind of helps dispel that anxiety, some of the good anxiety that builds up from all the fun at the amusement parks. But yeah, this is a good place to come and unwind after after 10 days in Central Florida. They do have a bejeweled manatee that you can enjoy here in case you do not get an opportunity to see a flesh and blood manatee. And also here at Blue Springs Park, they have this big old house here. This is the Thursby house. I guess this is the home of the first white settlers to this area. So we'll take a peek here inside the Thursby house. Oh, there's a little museum in here about the Thursbys. So this is one of their bowls. All right, so I think we've had our full Florida experience over the past week and a half. Now we just got a 9.5 hour drive to get back home. Although we're gonna make a quick stop here at the Daytona Beach Buc-ees to get some supplies for the road. Of course, Christmas in full force here at Buc-ees. Oh my goodness. Here's the Florida specific Buc-ee shirts. It says happiness is sunshine and Buc-ees. They also have a, not seen this before, a Florida shaped bottle opener. I've not seen bottle openers in any of the other states. Maybe Florida's the only state that is shaped like a bottle opener. Okay, I don't think I've seen this before. The 3-meat sandwich. It has sausage, brisket, and turkey. I think we may have to try that. Okay, I actually ended up coming home with a huge bag of meat here. Because last time I ate a Buc-ees, I was showing you guys I switch out the bun for a keto bun usually, and someone had suggested don't waste the bun. They actually sell brisket by the pound. So I got a pound of brisket. This cost about $22. See if I can just show you how much I got here. There you go. So that's about $22 worth of Buc-ees brisket there. But I think I'm gonna bring that home with me because I saw that 3-meat sandwich and I'm like, I want to try that. Now in addition, I did get some of the there's some venison jerky, maybe for later tonight when I want something to snack on, and then I got a sausage to take home. And tonight I'm gonna meet up. Jen's gonna meet me at the house, so I wanted to get her some Buc-ees to eat as well. Now normally, this is $12.99. This is the 3-meat sandwich. Normally I would switch out for a keto bun, but I think I'm gonna splurge here because there's so much packed in here. I don't know that I could necessarily reconstruct it. And I've not eaten a lot of buns in the past probably 6 months. Probably 2 or 3 times I've had an actual. This is so incredibly messy. Look at that. The Buc-ee's 3-meat sandwich. You can see the turkey right there. There's a lot of brisket. Oh, there's some sausage as well. So I don't think I was gonna have much luck, reconstructing this with the keto bun. So I'm just gonna go ahead and enjoy this bun here. That is amazing. That is so good. That is unbelievably good. That is decadent there. You can definitely taste the liver. I love the brisket. Well, the brisket and the sausage are my my favorite things at Buc-ee's. So just those two together is good. That turkey even adds a little bit of something. Oh no, I didn't get napkin. There's a straight napkin right here. That is That is something special. If you see this offered at a Buc-ee, that is a treat right there. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised how much I like Buc-ees. I'm kind of a barbecue snob in some ways, but for gas station barbecue, it's just it is so good. It's that Texas style, that authentic Texas style, because Buc-ees used to only be in Texas. But man, that is so good. Oh, it's falling apart here. Very messy, but very good. That is a real treat. Do you think it would be okay if I parked here? Another place I like to stop sometimes as I'm traveling between my home and Florida is this little church here in Townsend, Georgia, known as the smallest church in America. Now technically, it's not the smallest church in America. That's actually up in New York. But the name of the church, the actual name of the church here is the smallest church in America. So technically, it is the smallest church in America. Yeah, at some point, a few years ago, some hooligans actually burned down the smallest church in America, but luckily they did rebuild it. I think the cinder block, you know, bones of the building were preserved, but all the wood was burned away, but happily they did rebuild. Now, I do believe they, okay, they do leave it open. Let's see if we can find the light switch. Oh, having some trouble finding the, oh, there we go. Okay, that jump scared me a little bit, but there's the light on a motion sensor. Yeah, you have the pulpit up here. The stained glass. There's a lot of pens. A lot of pens. I guess people can come up here and okay, they can write some things here. It looks like people writing thank you letters to God. Some people just leaving that they little notes that they stopped by here. Yeah, and looking out here from the pulpit, see that there are 12 seats. So if you were to preach in here, you could preach to 12 people. See a drawing there of the church. All these letters hanging up here. As people leave different things, business cards, and oh my. I have not seen Chick tracts in a long time. These are like little religious stories that get left around, and some of these, the Chick tracts, some of these get really, how do I put it? See, you can see this is called La Bestia. There's people with 666 on their forehead. There's a baby with 666. Some of these get really, let's just say, intense. Although it looks like these ones are all in Spanish, so I can't read any of those Chick tracts. But yeah, again, I don't see them as much often, but a lot of times you would find these being left around different places, even bathrooms or whatnot. Oh, this is a movie. Full Count, the movie. Hashtag Full Count movie. Official release 10/25/19. So I guess it's already out. yeah, to me, it doesn't really matter, you know, what your spiritual beliefs are. I think you see people clearly inspired, leaving bits of inspiration there on the pulpit. But you know, I feel like even if you're not religious, even if you're not a certain type of religion, I feel like anyone could appreciate coming in here, the tranquility, just coming in off the rain, off that long, lonesome road out there, come in for a little bit of rest and reflection here inside the world's, or I'm sorry, not the world's, America's smallest church. A very beautiful area there outside as well, with all the hanging moss. Just, you know, I like to stop by here and just take a few moments to reflect inside this this tiny church. Yeah, just look out here. You can see that Spanish moss blowing in the wind. It's a rainy night out here in America, but it's a beautiful place. Beautiful place to reflect here. Pretty close to the I think probably about an hour north of the Florida border here, but we have rested, and I think now it is time to get back on that long, lonesome road. Okay, was not expecting this today, but I got news. I got news earlier. Annabelle sent me a message saying the McRib is back. So I was passing the McDonald's, and I swung by, just did a loop around the building. I saw on the menu they had a picture of the McRib, and this has been a lifelong obsession of mine since I was a very small child. I loved the McRib, and I ate as many McRibs as I could, and would get very sad when the McRib would go away. And then as an adult, when they had McRibs at McDonald's, I would make a point of eating as many McRibs as possible, because I knew that was a limited time. So sometimes I'd have McRibs for lunch and McRibs for dinner. I would actually try, it sounds crazy, I would actually intentionally try to make myself sick of them so I wouldn't miss them when they're gone. I'm literally Homer Simpson. There was an episode of The Simpsons where Homer Simpson would travel around the country to eat the Rib Witch, which was the Simpsons version of the McRib. But yeah, I got my hands on one. Look at that. Now, I know some people were saying the McRib was being retired. This is a gimmick. McDonald's does this. Every once in a while they say that they're getting rid of the McRib forever. They've said it at least twice now, but it's back a year later. It's all a they tease us. They tease us. It's a marketing gimmick. Now, I did want to switch out. Let's see here. I did want to switch out the bun. I ate the 3-meat sandwich at Buc-ee's earlier. So this is definitely I don't know, I don't really call them cheat days, but this is definitely a day where maybe I didn't end up taking the best options, but I'm gonna try to mitigate that. Try to use the keto bread here to minimize the number of carbs that I am taking in. Again, I don't profess to live a lifestyle that is 100% health-based, but I do try to do better. And before, I would gobble down 2 or 3 of these with the bun. So doing the transfer here, switching to the keto bun. And there we go. I'm gonna miss the bun a little bit because the bun is good. It has this special bun. It's like got these little crumbs on it. I don't know what you'd call I don't know what you call that bun. I one time heard this rumor that the McRib would come back in stock at McDonald's, that they use the price of pork to determine whether or not they were gonna have the McRib in stock. And when the price of pork drops, that's when they bring the McRib back. I don't know if that's true or just an urban legend. There's a lot of urban legends around the McRib that it's made of yoga mats, I think was one thing that was going around. But it's always always just as good as I remember it. See, it's kind of misshapen. It's not really fitting the keto bun very well, but some very delicious, highly processed meat there. Actually take a bite with the bun. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you have a bun or not, or you just eat the patty by itself. That will always be a treat. A little pickle there. It's a good day. A good day when you can eat a McRib. And finally, at 3:30 a.m., finally made my way back home to my big empty house. Well, I've added a few things. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bought Jen this animatronic reindeer to surprise her when she came to visit. Oh, look at it go. Jen actually beat me home. How long have you been here?
I think I got home like 3 hours before you.
Oh my gosh. I take a while, I think.
Yeah, I had 12 hours and you had 9.
And somehow you beat me?
Yeah.
We left around the same time?
Yeah, but you had to film and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I stopped, filmed a few things.
You look very tired.
Had a couple meals.
Did you get your McRib?
I got my McRib. You know, Jen doesn't like McRibs, and she doesn't like the way my car smells.
You left 3 of them in there for like a week.
I mean, I didn't leave 3 McRibs.
Well, the wrapping.
Just the essence of McRibs.
I like the taste of McRibs. They're just very messy and
do you like the smell? You don't like the smell of McRibs?
No.
Me and Jen had this conversation, and do we agree that In-N-Out is the
oh my gosh.
In-N-Out is the smelliest fast food garbage?
I think White Castle maybe like
White Castle. I don't know.
Close second, but In-N-Out, I don't know what it is.
I've left In-N-Out in my car more times than White Castle, and In-N-Out overnight it turns putrid.
It's more than like as soon as I'm done eating, I can't stand the smell of my hands.
Like In-N-Out is one of my favorite fast food burgers, but
it's delicious.
But it's, for some reason, it turns smelly. I also think Burger King is pretty smelly too.
Yeah, but not as bad.
What do you guys think is the smelliest fast food? Leave a comment in the comment section. What stinks up? What sort of wrapper stinks up your car?
What is the reindeer thing?
The reindeer?
Yeah.
But reindeers don't eat fast food. They eat carrots and sugar cubes, right?
I think so.
I don't even know what we're talking about. It's the middle of the night. I got to get this video edited. And we're sitting here talking about smelly fast food garbage.
I really like my reindeer.
You like
I'm talking about the reindeer. You're still talking.
So yeah, I had that reindeer has been here for like a month waiting.
Yeah, and you FaceTimed me and accidentally showed on the background. I didn't even notice.
Catch it.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that's been plugged in, waiting for her to walk in the door.
I love it so much.
For like a month, plugged in. So.
Yeah, and
was it magical?
Anna.
Was it yeah, Anna showed up, and then when she called me, she's like, "Dad, this reindeer won't stop." We actually had to unplug it because it like sings, it like makes music for a while.
Yeah, I filmed my reaction video, I guess, if you will. I was like, oh, I love it so much. He's so cute. I want to ride it, but
I don't think it's meant for that.
I don't think you can ride it.
But yeah, I think we got one day to relax tomorrow, and then we head back up. Gotta go to a wedding in New York for Jen's friend.
You're gonna look fancy. I've never seen him in...
promised
anything
I would.
other
I
than-
promised I'd wear buttons.
I'm very excited.
Not, and not,
Promised
and
I'd
not
wear
this kind of buttons. The buttons like
Is there
that.
gonna be a tie? I don't know. I wasn't sure. I don't think you necessarily need one.
If I don't need one, then no.
Can you just put it on so I can see and then you can take it off
Put a
immediately?
suit? I might have to maybe you can find an old picture of me wearing a tie.
That's not the same. I've seen videos of you in a tie. It's very attractive. So I want to see you in person. Yeah.
All right, we'll see about that. And then we got ahead. We're doing Thanksgiving at my mom's, and then we're gonna and then the big move. We're gonna go back to New York from there.
So it's ooh.
Are you mapping it out? So I'm gonna do best. I'm gonna try to upload videos with some regularity, but things are gonna be chaotic, so I may miss a day here, a day there, a couple days in a row. We'll see. I'll just stick with me here as I document this process of my life. But
Chaos.
thank you guys so much for following me home from Florida, and until next time, this one's
In the bag.